Okay, Coach, the playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Green Bay Packers. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Okay, Coach, the playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Green Bay Packers. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up.
Protein spill.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. 5 yards on the game. First play, 2nd down.
Out of bounds across midfield at the 48.
258. Get 300. Get 300. Wide. Get recon. 132 fighter.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Lamar Miller. Touchdown, Packers. Lamar Miller, 49 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for them. Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
We got 4.
Miller. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back up?
And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. And even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Murray. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's his 2nd drop right here in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say, only in the 1st quarter. Certainly a ship that he wants to right quickly. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now.
Makes the score Packers 9, Cardinals 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
The Packers take over. Let's go, boy, bring it up. At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Mike 5. Hey, 88.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side here with Miller. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Rodgers. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On 2nd and 10, Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dean Lowry. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Murray with a 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 9-7 our score. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
319.
Check back, check back.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
That's caught at the 25. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go!
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. McFarland, he'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make...
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost thrown
across his body, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Now it's Miller running right. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Let's go, defense. Five. Here we go. Mike 3.
Now a play fake here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On second down, McFarland, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They only need a yard here. Third down and 1 after the penalty. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Murray now. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. To throw, it's Murray. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll run on first down. McFarland, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down now, McFarland, a good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Check, 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 check. Back, back, back. Switch it, switch it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Rodgers now on first down. Complete. Smith has it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the...
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. throw on third down. Murray steps away to his left. And an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Murray now on first down. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 3.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Murray now on first down. And he fires one incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. DeAndre Hopkins, once again, the intended target. Third down here. On fourth down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So a well-paced drive. They were able to calmly take it down the field, and then they finished the half with 3 points.
Yeah, and that's what's commonly known as playing the 2-for-1 game, right? Being able to get the points at the end of the half, knowing you're getting the ball to start the second half, gives you a chance to go out and double what you got done in the first half.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's Murray. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position.
Let's go, let's go.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down.
Watch the screen. Boom, boom.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. But now it'll be third down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Rodgers going to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He'll field this at the 5. Oh, what a move. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now Murray off play action. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Cardinals.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
A gain of 15. First down, Arizona.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Rashawn Gary. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Throwing is Murray on third down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
I got you, Pop. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Rodgers now on first down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on second and long. Rodgers. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Push him back. Push him back.
And they give this time to the tailback. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
To throw on second and 6, Murray, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. I think it's intercepted.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. A big play there, Rodgers to Adams. 43 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, it's Jones. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. The Packers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's caught. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Hey, Charlie! Find the mic. Let's go, let's go!
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, 97 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head. The defense, congratulations, you got us last time, but you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position, we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. 20! And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Rodgers. And this one complete to Smith. Touchdown, Packers! Torrey Smith, 46 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So they get the score, partner. Game's not over, but they still need some help here.
Agreed. They definitely need some help, but they took care of the first part by scoring themselves.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is down to a field goal. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 1st down, McFarland. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now Murray. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Still a few inches short of the first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Devin Funchess, incomplete. It's now 3rd down and less
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing now is Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
He finds Hopkins complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, Murray. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we can go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the Magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game.
And it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. So that's Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 43-yard line.
80 weapon.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl. What do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? And it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. From Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre, with the Vikings, has the destiny. but they're in New Orleans. It's the Saints. And they get it done. And in overtime, go on to the Super Bowl. And they won that one. They beat the Colts, correct?
Yep, a couple of the more memorable ones for sure. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Now throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Murray now going deep for Hopkins. It's caught at the 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And he's got room. Look at the big man rumble. And he brings it back to the house. It's a touchdown. And in a crazy inning, a defensive score wins it. They said beginning of the year, they set a lofty goal, Charles, of getting to the Super Bowl. They fell one step short of that.
Oh, and that's going to hurt for a long time. That's going to be a big one for the offseason. Their goal now has to be not to wallow in it, but to use it as fuel for next year. Better offseason conditioning, great OTAs and minicamp. You know as well as I do, they'll have T-shirts in their lockers that say, unfinished business. They want to get back there and next time win it.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the money, but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I told them wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, huh? They act like they made us, huh? You know I'm icy in Vegas, huh? This for them that hate us, huh? I make a lot of new money, huh? When it's not savers, you be liking my flavor, huh? I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my 50. Ex slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crush.
Department of projects, pain driven, engine drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weak.